This is a recording of the tones that were received during today's Worldwide ITC Meditation Event on October 22nd. The tones were heard after music was played during the group experiment. There were at least 2 different sets. After looking at the tones, I would go, and if there was a large space between a preceding tone and a current tone, I would strip out the noise in between them and place a 2-second gap. If the tones appeared to come in together, I would leave them as is. If there are other tones that appear to be strung together because they're not that much of a distance apart, I would go ahead and take the space in between the tones and I would de-amplify it, or I would lower the volume in between those tones. When that was done, I would save the clip. I would resample to compress it into a shorter period of time. The end result is the following clip. There's a couple things in here that actually sound like intentional music. One of them, actually I'll play it again and lower my microphone because there's probably a little bit of feedback. There's a certain part in here that you can tell is actually musical. Let me find it. Notice this right here. Notice that the actual structure of that is a ba-da-dum. It's actually a tone with the drop in volume back to an increased amplified tone. Why is this one different than all the rest? If it was just a signal, wouldn't they all be pretty much boom, or they would change with some type of consistent volume or consistent frequency or consistent note? Let's take a look at that again in context. I think you would agree that if it was music, this was placed here intentionally. Let's go ahead and listen to the whole thing one more time with my microphone muted. Oops, so that we can see what the end result is. This is the conclusion of the tones that were recorded during our public live event today, October 22nd. The experiment indicates that if a group continues to use music in a public type circle, that it can have an effect, at least it appears to be so, on the experiment radio. Thank you for watching. End of recording.